on this. All right, welcome to session 7. We're gonna get started. All right, so go ahead and put in the chat your number while I am letting more people in and reading the message of the people texting me. Please join the call now. Okay. Chat. Make sure your name is fixed the way, you don't have to keep repeating this every week. The way it is so that we can easily take attendance as well. Okay.
So what do you want?
I'm gonna mute everybody. If you guys not gonna join, mute it. All right, so I'm looking at the chat. I'm seeing some 5. Okay, what is 4? All right. Yes, I'm muting everybody for now. Okay, let me get to this because I'm gonna say something about homework shortly here. But same story. Do your prim work. How do we get engaged in your class? We basically have 2 more sessions after this. So you have already spent more time in this class than you have left to be spent. So I really hope you all understand how super important what I'm about to say is. You're going to have to do some sacrifice if you need to in the next 2 weeks so you can get done with this class and get on with your life. So make sure you do your pre-work because the question that you asked will tell me if you have done your pre-work. Participate in project activity, that's crucial. So last week we had a little bit of a misunderstanding, it seemed. I just want to call it that way instead of assuming that you guys are not doing your work. Friday, everybody was supposed to meet in group. Some of you choose not to meet. I told you going forward, the Friday is not optional. Friday is because if you are doing your project and you're not giving your team member the time to meet, that means you are not in the project. So we are recording your attendance on Friday as well, because that's how we know that you are doing the work. So some of you decide not to show up on Friday. That's not acceptable. Furthermore, nobody, as far as I know, since I woke up this morning, I didn't receive anything because I was checking last night, that you turn in your part 1 of your project. So I'm assuming that's a misunderstanding. So I hope everybody turn in part 1 of the homework by end of the day today, because you already have a second part of your project going on. So you don't want to start piling them up. And last, ask question. No question is dumb. It's better to ask than not ask and do the wrong thing. All right. Okay, so ask question. Today is a special one. We have a guest speaker. Her name is, I believe Julia is here. Let me see if she's doing. Julia. Okay, Julia is here. Okay, Julia is here, and she's head of training and development at Quality Works. Here is a quick of her bio. She's a head of she's a big advocate for work-life balance, rest, and spending time with your loved one. She enjoy helping a company enhance enhance the software through improved test coverage, faster time to market, increase process efficiency, and optimize user research. She's passionate about sharing her knowledge and experience and contribute to the testing community through writing articles, delivering testing courses, and continuing test and conducting test boot camp. Okay, so I'm super excited to have Julia here. She is not only a great engineer, great leader, a great quality advocate, dev advocate, but she's also a very nice a lady that I can share with you guys because I know that she understands the value of what you're doing right now. She understands what you're doing right now, getting a training in a boot camp. Was not only she did boot camp, but she also understands why it's so important, how that can change your career. So I'm gonna give her the floor. I'm gonna stop sharing right now. Let's see if my stop sharing work. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. And then I'm gonna give Julia the ability to start sharing and let you rock and roll, Julia.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. So let me just find my screen. Are we seeing my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So Lizette invited me just to talk briefly about AI and QA. So that's what I'll be doing today. So as Lizette mentioned, I'm the head of QA training and development at CultureWorks. These are some places that you can find me on Twitter or X. I have a YouTube channel I haven't been as active in the past couple of years, but there are some good stuff on there still. I also have my blog and my LinkedIn that you can connect with me on. So what is AI testing? That's something that we may have heard throughout this course or we may be thinking about. So AI testing is the integration of artificial intelligence and machine learning in software testing processes. So whether it is you're generating test cases, you're using it to do visual validation, you're using it to check for defects, speed up the way in which you test, you're using artificial intelligence to go through a lot of data that you have. Using it in testing can be beneficial. So you're using automated systems that learn each time it runs, and it adapts and it improves over time. Some of the key benefits of using AI in testing is that you have advanced test coverage. So if you're using AI to help you generate automated tests, your regression suites are going to grow. You're going to be able to have automation for a wider amount of the application. So if you had a test coverage of only 2 features, with AI, you can generate automation very fast and you can have 50% of the application, 80% of the application covered with regression test. Same for test cases. Later on, I'll be demoing some tools to show how we can generate test cases with AI. And so using AI, it enhances your test coverage. It also allows you to think about edge cases. So if you're kind of stuck on like, what test cases do I use? You can use AI to help you think about those edge cases that you may not be thinking about. You can give it the design doc, you can give it requirements, documentation, different forms of inputs, and then it will generate that for you. It also recognizes patterns. So if you're saying, this is the application, this is what is happening, what are some common defects that I can expect to find? AI can analyze that information and provide you with a lot of detail. For test automation, it allows you to write your tests faster, reduce the manual effort for certain things, especially with large data. It allows you to analyze those really quickly and give you a lot of information. Some common AI testing use cases, I mentioned test case generation. So this is gonna have better coverage, provide you with risk that you need to cover. Visual regression testing. So when you have a screen, so you take a screenshot, you are comparing it to the current application, AI can help analyze what are the changes on the user interface. So did the button color change? Did the location of the text change? Is it missing error messages on the fields? So all of that validation and the visual aspect AI can help you to do. It can help you test cross-browser compatibility. Is it working in Safari, Chrome, all the different browsers that you have? And it can do predictive analysis because AI is constantly learning based on the information that you give it. It can say, okay, these are the areas that bugs are commonly in when you run your automation. So you can either check out this area and it will give you tips. So those are some common use cases that you can use for AI. There are lots of different testing tools now, and they're even growing that you may have seen that says we have AI integrated into.
Hey, Lydia, can you reduce your voice, please?
So they will say I have testing tools integrated with my product. Some are explicitly just for AI. However, others are more where the AI is integrated into the core offering of the product. So I'll show a few. So Tools is one. Tools has been a really big tool for visual regression testing. So if you are automating the screens of your application, Tools is one of those tools that you'll want to have. So Tools has been one of those things for a long time. It has started to use AI a lot more in how it identifies the differences in what the screen used to look like and what the current screen looks like now. Checky AI, this is a tool by Jason Arbon. He's a big person in the AI space. If you search him up, you'll see he has done a lot of papers, a lot of conferences, and talk about this topic. He has a tool, Checky AI, and what this does, it uses AI test agents to go through and execute tests on a website. So if you provide it with a URL, the AI bots are going to crawl the website and it's going to check for all the different functionalities, usability, security issues, accessibility testing. So it has a different, how do I phrase it? Different types of AI bots that are targeted for different things. So you have AI bots that are looking for performance, usability, different functionality, and it will generate a report of your website to say, my AI bots have tested your website. These are the bugs that I found. These are the usability issues that I've found. And it will also compare competitors to say, this is the score your competitor site got. So if you're maybe in a space where that would be useful, you can check out Checky AI. Mabel is a low-code automation tool, and it is using AI to do self-healing automation tests. So one second, sorry. Let me restart. It's using AI to do self-healing automation tests. So what that means is that if you have your test and it's running and it fails, the AI will try to get the elements on the page and try to ensure that it's working as it should. Right? Give me a quick minute.
Hello.
Yes, I'm here. Let me know if you're seeing. Trying to find back the right screen.
Oh, okay.
No.
Not yet.
Okay. Um, not seeing the right screen. Will give me a second. Okay, I am seeing now. Are we good now? Yes, we should be. Let me get
Yes.
back to my place. All right, so I was talking about Mabel. So Mabel is a place where you can do self-healing. So if you're writing test automation and it fails, it can automatically, using AI, heal those tests. So if it was a problem with your locators, a problem with how you were writing the flow of the automation code, Mabel can help to detect any application changes and adapt to that, ensuring that your tests still work. And then Quality Watcher, which is a tool, a set of tools by the company that I work for, QualityWorks, and I'll be going into a bit later. It allows you to generate test cases and automation scripts using AI. Some other tools are Functionize. So Functionize also has the self-healing capability. You can run in the cloud. Code Intelligent is more for security testing, and it's for C or C++. Test Sigma uses AI to make test automation faster by generating tests from the user journeys that you can create. So if you have test plans, you can create user journeys, and Test Sigma will create tests for that using AI. Testing is a tool that uses AI to accelerate the creation of tests. So you can generate, execute, and maintain test cases using Testim. And Testim also works with Salesforce. So if you're a Salesforce tester, then Testim is a tool that you can consider looking at. 3 other tools are AcceleQ. So AcceleQ is a tool that it's a codeless automation platform. So you don't have to write in Java or JavaScript or use Cypress, Playwright, any of those languages or testing framework. AcceleQ is codeless, it's more of a drag and drop platform that you can use, and it uses AI to power that whole process for you to write automation. Test Rigor, you just write your test in plain English, and it uses AI to generate the automation for you. Testcraft is also a next low-code tool that uses AI to create and maintain automated tests. So these are some of the tools that you can check out. I'll send Lizette the slides so that you will have them, and you can just check them out to see what they're about. So AI, one of the big things that it does or benefits is that it speeds up testing. But how would you actually use it to speed up your testing? So you can use it to get test coverage. So if you have a lot of data that you need to generate, or you need to generate different test data, you need to analyze test data, doing that manually takes a lot of time, and AI can help you to do that. If you want to check for issues in your code, AI can also help you do that because it parses data and understands data really well. So there is a tool that I didn't mention that developers are using. It's called Cursor AI. Let's see, Cursor AI, right? It's a tool that allows developers to, when they're editing their code, they're able to use all of the available AI models. So if you're using Claude, if you're using ChatGPT, you are able to select those from it. So let's see Cursor in action. Let me know if you're hearing.
Hello, this is Cursor, the nicest and most powerful way to code with AI. Cursor comes with uniquely intelligent autocomplete capabilities. In addition to normal end-of-line predictions, Cursor can complete over multiple lines and can even suggest entire diffs. One of Cursor's core features is Command K, which lets you write code in plain English. For instance, we can add a new state variable to this markdown streamer by just asking the AI to do it. You can easily correct and extend the AI's implementation by just asking a follow-up. When you have a question for the AI, the chat is just one keystroke away. You can ask about particular code selections, easily reference files and documentation, or have the AI scan the entire code base. Cursor is designed to be approachable and also very deep. There's tons more to discover as you use the tool, like image support, terminal Command K, and applying changes from the chat. Cursor is available for download now. It's early days, but we really like the tool and think you will too.
Yeah, so that's Cursor. So I normally use Visual Studio Code if I'm writing test automation. Cursor is a code editor, but it also comes with its AI, so it's able to know your code base, get the best answer for different questions that you're having. So if you're writing test automation, you're kind of stuck on like a function that you want to create, you highlight the section, ask Cursor, and it will do that for you. There's also GitHub Copilot that you can use in your coding as well. So there are different AI things that you can use when you're doing coding. So with that, those tools, it can help you to detect bugs in different parts of the application. Developers use it to address problems in the early development. You can also use it for adaptability. So if with visual regression, if there are changes to the website, then AI will help you to identify that. And AI is, sometimes you have to understand what you're testing and give it good prompts. But with certain things, AI is able to see it at a faster rate than humans, especially data. And if it's something that you have to be doing over and over, AI will be consistent in how they repeat testing tasks. So those are some tools. I'll now go into talking about some Quality Watcher AI tools. We have 4 main tools. We have a test case generator. So it creates test cases based on the feature or the requirements you provide, and it accepts input in the format that you prefer. We also have UI test automation generator. So if you have test cases, you want to generate them to test automation, we take those as input and we automatically generate UI test automation scripts. And API test automation, we use schema. So instead of test cases, we use API schemas as input, and we generate scripts for that to automate to test that API. And then automation expert, if you're writing code, you're unsure of an error that you're having, you're unsure how to implement a function, you can ask the automation expert. So this is how the test, I'll go to it soon, but this is how the test case generator looks. It's 10 times faster for test case creation. It fast tracks the creation of test cases and continuous quality improvements. Each test case have the appropriate title, type, preconditions, test data, steps, expected results. The more information that you give the AI, the better it's able to generate the test case for you. And it outputs not just positive cases, but negative cases, edge cases, and you can download the information in Excel format. The API generator is for test automation, as I mentioned. It's going to give you test code. So if you're doing a create, put, delete, it will generate that test code for you. Similar with the UI test automation, it fast tracks the creation of test automation. You will have to still put in some information that it won't generate, such as this exact locators for the website, but it will give you a good start for how you can automate a feature. So if you're struggling with that, this can help you. And then the automation expert, it's a senior level test automation expert. And the difference with this tool is that it was created by testers for testers. So the model is trained on knowing how testers think, what they're expecting, what the information should look like. So it possesses extensive knowledge about different test automation framework, and it gives you quick responses to your automation queries. So let's take a look at Call to Watcher AI. And I can put the link in the chat. I can find the chat. Okay. So this is it. It has the 4 tools here. So if I'm looking at rapid test case generation, I can generate an example. So the example is I want to create test cases for add items to cart, buy now, and checkout with multiple payment options. So I say generate my test, it starts to generate with the appropriate fields that I would typically need for a test case. So it's saying verify an item can be added to the cart, verify I have buy now, I can check out with credit card, and it tells me the type of test. So it's a requirement and validation because I told it that these are requirements. It gives me preconditions, it gives me test data, it gives me steps, it gives me expected results. So I have a good amount. So it's not just credit card, it says PayPal. So it's giving me different type of checkout and payment methods. It's saying verify the maximum amount of items per order. Verify that I can, if the ID is invalid, then I'm going to get an error message, right? If the maximum amount of orders is exceeded, I can get an error message. So it has both positive and negative test cases. I can also download the test cases and it will come in an Excel format and you can add it to your test case management platform that you use, right? The next one is to create the UI code. So let's copy. So if I want to generate an example, right, it has the information from before. So add to cart, navigate to the product page, etc. It allows me to select from these options. So let's say I want to use Playwright. I say generate my tests. Then this is the information I gave it, which is the same test cases from before. And it starts to generate my test. So it starts giving me page objects. I'm going to have a product page. This is the information that is there. Some other functions that will be my page objects are add to cart, buy now. So I would need to click the add to cart button, click the buy now button. Then I have the test itself. No, this is a checkout page. So this is also a page object where I select PayPal, I'm entering credit card details. So I give you a lot of information. Then the test suite itself, well, I didn't sign in my account, but once you can sign in, create an account, and you will get more responses for the day. But it goes to describe the tests, what you should do before each hooks, Verify the user is able to add an item to cart, so it calls the different functions that was in the page objects. So it's very detailed. And so you can download this and add it to your repository to see what's happening. So you can do the same thing for create API test automation code, as well as ask your automation expert. So that is the Quality Watcher AI tool. You can sign up to get more tries and test it out, see what you think. Then we also have a Jira integration that uses AI. So let's say you have your Jira user story and you want to generate test cases from that. How would you go about doing that? So let's watch this video.
Today I'll be giving you a demo of the QualityWorks AI Tools Jira plugin. So once you have installed the tool in your Jira account, all you need to do is proceed to where you have your ticket. And let's say we have a bunch of tickets already created. Here we have a ticket to, create profile page for the user profiles, and we have a lot of details in our ticket. To add the Quality Watcher AI tools here, you would just click on the logo, and then it gets added to the ticket with some description and an example of what the test cases will look like. So at this point, you can go ahead and click on generate test cases, and it will do some stuff in the backend and reach out to our custom AI model. It will utilize the details of the ticket and generate test cases. Here you can see it has generated about 16 test cases. And you can look at the cases to verify the display of the user's personal information, verify the avatar is uploaded and displayed, verify you can edit and save personal information, etc. Each test case comes with a test type, preconditions, test data, the steps, and expected results. Test cases are given in an accordion that you can scroll through. You can organize different test cases based on priority if you'd like. And then you could upload or convert these into an Excel attachment and upload them to the ticket. So if you opt to do that, then it will generate an Excel attachment and attach that to the ticket that you can use to export these test cases to whatever tool that you would like. Here are some other examples of tickets that already have test cases created for them. So this one is a privacy policy page. And as you can see, we have 16 test cases already created for this that we could scroll through and adjust as we need. Our Quality Watcher AI Tools plugin also works with tickets that don't have a lot of information. So here we have a very simple ticket that only has information that the user is able to log in with an email and a password. And the tool generated 14 test cases that you could use with this ticket. So here, verify that you can log in with valid credentials, verify log in with invalid email. It has the expected results. You should get an error message for that. Also verify that you can log in with like empty fields, etc. So as you can see, you don't need a lot of details in your ticket to generate test cases. But the more details you have, then the better the generation of test cases will be and more specific to your scenario/feature. So that was a quick and simple demo of our Quality Watcher AI Tools Jira plugin. It can definitely fast track the creation of test cases for your team and improve your quality assurance.
Okay, so that was the demo. And so overall, if you're thinking about implementing AI in your team or in your testing, start small. There are a lot of different tools that has AI, a lot of AI implementations that you can do. So begin with pilot projects. Identify what specific area of AI you want to go. Is it test case generation, visual validation, parsing data? It can create test strategies, test plans. What specifically do you want to happen? So validate that, because for AI models, you have to pay to generate. So you either are gonna create a free accounts. Some AI allows you to do free accounts, others don't. You have to pay. So if you're going to have to pay, determine what your return on investment should look like. What are you trying to get from it? And build on that gradually. Try to not just jump from the traditional testing approach, deep diving into AI. You have to see if it's working for you. So do it slowly. Combine both. See how you would normally create a test case and then use AI to see, are the test cases valid? Does it address to what you want it to address? And is it much faster than if you were to create them yourself? And continuously learn. So think about different tools, evaluate them, train your team, share, attend courses like these that will let you know about what's happening. Follow persons on LinkedIn and Twitter that are in the space and talking and creating, and see what you can learn. That's my presentation for today. I'll send the link to the Jira Quality Watcher plugin, and if you're interested, you can download it. It's free and you can check it out.
All right. This is amazing. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start asking you guys to ask Julia some question, and then we'll continue. This is the moment to ask question. Okay, somebody has question. What is your name? Millicent.